Hello and welcome to News18.com. I am Chirag Sehgal and our guests today are the two young, talented and everybody's favorite OTT stars. Please welcome Divya Agarwal and Tanuj Virwani. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining.
Hi Chirag, thank you for such an awesome introduction. And Divya and me are really happy to be here.
I want to begin with Tanuj. Tanuj, Divya recently said that you are her male version. Do you also think the same?
That's a very accurate statement from Divya, because it's true, because I go around telling everyone she's my female version, and it's a fact. Yeah, I think we're two peas from the same pod. We are caught from the same cloth, and that's why we get along so well, because we understand each other. You know, we understand each other inherently on a human level, and as two actors as well, and that's what makes working with Divya such an enriching experience, no matter what the show is or what the characters are or what space we are shooting it in. You know, so it's been amazing. So she's hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, probably after Abhay 3, you'll see us influencing together, like literally.
I'm anyways very influenced by her. So yeah.
We would do reels with the same kind of acting intensity what we do in Abhay. Yeah. You know, those kind of things. I mean, we have a different bond altogether, and I can actually say this, that no other co-actor in my life was as close as Tanuj is, because we understand each other so well. That's why it's like, no, he is my male version. When I see him, it's like it's a mirror, and I really love that personality. So in short, I love myself.
What new are you guys bringing in with your characters in Abhay season 3, Divya?
Something that you can't even imagine. You can't. It's not just new. It's scary. It's dark, it's lethal. So I think that's what our wavelengths were going when we were discussing about this character, and Tanuj was on board after me coming into the picture, and they were like really looking out for Tanuj Virwani ki dates nahi mil rahi hai yaar, bas Tanuj Virwani ki dates mil jaye to maybe. I'm like, okay, wait, I can be a good help. And then I was like, Tanuj, it's me, we have to do Abhay. He's like, okay, let me figure out.
Divya, I think you should be charging me commission for this project, because you are solely responsible for getting me on board. Because
I exactly knew the minute I would message, we wanted to work after Cartel, and Cartel we like just promised each other like we are going to work together, and we were waiting for it, and I knew that the reaction would come like that, and he's such a lovely guy. He just went in.
And Tanuj, what new are you bringing in with your character in Abhay season 3?
Chirag, the hope and intention is always to try and expand one's horizons as an actor, and hope that people also have that faith and confidence that you can bring it. You can bring something new and fresh. And I think the really cool thing about the OTT space is that it doesn't matter whether you are featured on a show for a couple of episodes or you are there as the face of the show. As long as you are able to make presence felt vis-a-vis the writing material, vis-a-vis the kind of directions you get from your director, from your team, and your co-actor. Abhay is one of those experiences where maybe we may not be in every episode, but what they've allowed us to do in the screen time that we have is extremely special. It's let's just say it's deliciously wicked. You know, like so it's got fragments of who we are personality-wise in our real life. And it's taken that, especially in Divya's case, because she also, along with being an actor, she is also very well known as an influencer, right? So she gets to play a version of that, but
which
a really
never probably which will never happen. Like I had to, the way I am, I had to literally stretch myself and go to the opposite direction. That okay, if I am that good, I have to think of the worst things that can match up to it. And it was very difficult for me, honestly. There are some scenes which were very hard hitting for me.
And I actually found this role not very difficult because it was like a 1-2 punch. It's like if Divya is able to successfully inhabit that character, I will find it easier, because she let go, I was able to, because we are playing this influencer couple on the show, right? And our actions, our words, our thought process, our motivations kind of mirror each other. So I'm like, okay, Divya kya kar rahi hai? Just be in that same space, interact with her as your character in that space, and the path will just reveal itself. So for me it was great, so that's why you
in
get.
short is, if we don't look good together, in short, the entire blame is on me. Oh, Divya, you did not do that. इसलिए मेरा reaction.
So जो भी praises या see देखो praises मिलेंगे तो please मेरे पास आ जाना, criticism देना है तो दिव्या के पास जाना. हाँ, तो simple सी बात है.
But from the trailer, as far as we can figure out, there's element of gray with your characters. Do you think it's also very daring to accept a negative role in a show or in a movie, because you like people might end up taking you as your character, might troll you or something?
Not at all, Chirag. I actually find it very liberating, because the beauty about acting is it's acting, right? I mean, we're a bunch of men and women wearing makeup and acting in front of a camera, and that's what it is. You don't take it so seriously that you lose sight of what is real and what is real. So it's very liberating because you get to do things on screen. Like the last time Divyani shared space was on Cartel. I'm playing a gangster. She's playing like the shape-shifting chameleon-like character. We're not going to get to do that in real life. We're not going to play this kind of twisted influencer couple in real life. God forbid, right? So it was fantastic, and I like sometimes people ask me, "Arey, but Tanuj, you want to project yourself in a certain way?" I'm like, I'm not interested in projecting myself in any way. I want to do good, meaningful content. Tomorrow, even if I'm in 2 scenes, or if I'm in the entire show, entire film, you should be like, that was something, that was good, that contributed to the larger picture. So I think that's what, and I can vouch for the fact that Divya also feels the same way. For her, it's not about अरे मेरे कितने scene है, main actor के साथ scene है, किसी के साथ scene है. She's like, content कैसा है? If it resonates with her, she's like, where's the contract? Let's get on board. Let's get cracking on this.
But that's the difference. And honestly, once you do a project, and if supposedly there are these 2 actors, and if if like just say for example Abhay 3, we both are the killers, okay?
Yeah.
I really want people to really feel like, oh my god, these guys did this, and then the trolling should happen, and then those reactions should come out, because I want them to believe that what I do on screen. I want them to believe that character, and for that, if I had to go through these comments, it actually motivates me. Oh my god, it was that real that people really felt that I could have done that, like really. So that actually has another wicked kick in my head. Oh, okay.
But when people call you OTT stars, do you take that as a compliment, or do you also think that it might also end up restricting you only on OTT and from television and from Bollywood?
I feel anyway people call you a star, whether it's film star, OTT star, television star, you should always be extremely grateful and humble about it, because I think it's a fantastic thing, right? There are very few people who even get the opportunity or the love from fans and from critics and from so many thousands and millions of people that they are called these certain terms. Now, of course, these are just terms. I mean, like, one has to always remind themselves that you are an actor first, and as long as you keep keeping your head down and trying to do the best that you can, being the best version of you that you can on screen, hopefully the praises will continue. But you don't take these terms and these tags too seriously. I started off as a film actor. It didn't really work out over there. Suddenly people are like, oh, he's a flop actor. I can't take that too seriously. If I took that seriously, I would never have reached where I am today. Then OTT star, like Space happened, Inside Edge, all these other shows started coming out. And today people are like, oh, he's an OTT star. After 3 years, I don't know what they're going to say. But as long as people will love you, people will hate you, but don't get ignored. Always be within popular culture. Always be part of the discussion.
And I think Tanuj and I, we both agree on this, that for both of us, when we discuss about, acting and life and about the perspective of being an actor in life and what you would want to do, we always have, so, it's not bad or good. It's just the way we think that there are some people we know who want to be into that superstar category. There are some people who want to be in that niche category. Some people, we both are so fluid that हमको बस acting करनी है, like be it lead, be it negative, be it a scene just for 2 seconds, that one glance we'll make sure that one freaking glance goes with, like, doesn't go without being noticed, So that is what I think we gel on, and that is what I guess for us makes a very good actor and keeps us motivated to keep doing. So it doesn't matter wherever it's being displayed, even if it's on Instagram. It's just being displayed. The work is being displayed out there.
Yeah,
so since
absolutely.
We have two young stars of the day. I want to know from each one of you, how the struggle of becoming an actor, like what were the struggles of becoming an actor from you? And then we'll analyze, was it different for Tanuj and Divya, both of you?
I think our journeys couldn't have been more different, right? Because I know Divya well, and of course, I mean, I've had a very different journey. You want to take this first, and then should I take it?
So yeah, I mean, I know Tanuj is keeping it for the last. I know because we have discussed. I remember this conversation in the flights, and others were getting really disturbed by our conversations. They hated us that day, and we were discussing about all of these things only. That as an actor, your journey, be it on whatever level,
Yeah.
helpful, not helpful, alone,
Yeah.
with a 500 or crew. What matters is like you need your self growth and personality. It's never going to be like any outer factor is going to make you a good actor.
Yeah.
It has to emit from within. So doesn't matter if it takes, like for me, it took 12 years to reach where I am right now.
Yeah.
And for that, I had to go through so many professional ups and downs in lives and, figuring out. But I wanted to do something in the entertainment space.
Yeah.
And then I became a model. I went for Miss India. I went for reality shows. I went for choreography. I started off as a choreographer. I went for the background artist. So there were a lot of, plays going around, and finally made me into an actor that genuinely when I was growing up, I didn't know what to tell people. हर कोई घर में आता है, parents के friends आते हैं, they're like, बेटा बड़े होके क्या बनना है? And then the first thing like doctor, engineer, आपको पता भी नहीं है उसके अंदर क्या है. Like it's just but being an actor when I was growing up, I wanted to make everything looked so fascinating to me. Like even your job also looks fascinating to me because I've done journalism. So I'm like, यार journalist बनती हूँ यार, अगर कैसा रहेगा? So I actually studied journalism, and in everything I just started enjoying. I'm like, this liberal profession is only acting, where I get to play so many characters. So I loved the entire struggling journey. It taught me a lot. And I thank for that time. Really, I thank for that time. The little that acting I could offer right now is all because of that.
Yeah. Tanuj?
Chirag, for me, the journey's been very different. Also coming from a background where my mom's been a successful actor for so many years. There were a lot of expectations. Dare I say, there was a lot of baggage because people have these preconceived notions ki, acha, so-and-so ka beta hai, to aisa karega, waisa karega. And you are never going to be able to live up to those expectations. Definitely not in your first couple of films. Here, I'm being compared to someone who's done over 200 films across 5 different languages. I can't hold a candle to that.
350.
350. Okay, there you can see we have a massive fan in the house here. So she knows she's good with the stats, and I'm just like, so this used to really eat away at me at the onset of my career because, like, people are very nice to you, and then suddenly when something doesn't click, then they're quite mean to you. And I would take this to heart, But I am so glad that I went through all of that very early on. It's important to face rejection because till you don't face rejection, till you don't feel desperate, you're not going to have that hunger in your belly to want to succeed no matter what the cost, no matter if the chips are against you. And you also have to understand that when I became an actor, it was just about film and television. There was no OTT, there were no web series, none of that existed. It wasn't a thing. And I'm so glad that I have become an actor around the time when the entire concept of OTT platforms and digital content was in its infancy, and I was able to be a part of that digital revolution, very early on. So it's been fascinating. So today, when like people say nice stuff to me, I'm like, you know what? I'm really happy and proud of all the successes, but I'm even more prouder of my babies, which are my failures, of the films that didn't work, because those are the ones that have made me who I am today. Those are the ones that, I mean, you can ask Divya, no matter how hard we may party the previous night, we'll still wake up the next morning and it's work, it's business as usual, because we don't lose sight of the ball, because we are determined and we're focused that all of that theek hai, chalta rehta hai. But at the end of star, everything, you can call us any names. But at the end of the day, we want to be honest individuals who are giving our work 110%, no matter what we may be going through in our personal life, no matter what ghar pe kya ho raha hai, relationship mein kya ho raha hai, khud ke saath, sometimes we're not in the best frame of mind, but you have to bring it every day because there are 100 people standing behind us in line who are probably more talented and more hardworking than us. And there's a reason why the universe has chosen us for this. So we have to reciprocate that in the best way possible.
But
Divya, I also want to ask
about Tanuj. No, I have to tell this about Tanuj. This is such a fascinating fact about him. Like, I have a confession literally.
Yeah.
When I got to know, okay, Tanuj Virwani is a part of Cartel and blah blah blah, and his character. Obviously, what he says, like, you know, he comes along with this reputation that yes, you know, and then you get to it creates that aura in front of anybody, and it's nobody's fault. It's as great if you take it in a positive way. But then the days passed, and now it's been almost like 2.5 years that we know each other, and I only know Tanuj as a person who's super hardworking, who's an actor, who has an individual personality, and his individual personality is so blasting on set that it doesn't matter where you know he came from. It didn't matter at all because he's so different, and he has you know, literally made himself to be this person, and he is super hardworking. Director अगर बोलेगा तू 500 बार गिर नीचे और तेरे को 500 बार उतनी लगेगी, he is equally motivated the 500th time. I mean, he will come out and he'll be tired, he'll just nag a little, but then he will be like just there, and you know, that's what I love about him, and that's how the thing went, because we had a very difficult scene.
But I also want to
thank you
ask
seriously,
Divya,
like seriously, thank you for saying that. You know, it's like, you know, there are two kinds of co-stars you have in our industry: those who just say it for the camera, or ऐसे भी काफी लोग हैं, and there are those who really mean it from the heart. And Divya is a complete heart person. She's always called a spade a spade. She has her set of ethics and her morals and her principles. And even if you agree to disagree, that's fine. But the fact that she's saying this, I wholeheartedly accept it, and thank you so much.
Yeah. Divya, I don't want to use the word easy, but do you think it's also less difficult for a male member to become an actor in comparison to a female person?
Honestly, it completely depends on that personality, because you know, if I ever had that thing in my head while growing up, that oh, I'm a girl, I won't be seen, or I won't be you know, visible to people, I'll have to make sure. If I would have taken that stress, probably I would have never reached here. So I was very lucky enough that in my house, the environment, the way I was brought up, my dad always empowered me, and I did not think of myself like not even less of anyone, not even more of anyone. And gender was out of the question even back then. So like if we have if my father is teaching me how to ride a motorcycle, he would teach me and my brother both. तुम दोनों को आनी चाहिए, घर में कुछ भी है, whatever vehicle, तुम सारी गाड़ियां चलानी आनी चाहिए, and then you probably do the way you want to. So it was always very easy for me. But yes, there are some actors who still feel that, you know, मैं लड़की हूँ तो इतना तो नहीं ना, उतना ही दिखेगा या उतना ही. You do your part is what I want to tell people, that you do your part. Like, be it whatever kind of character, for even 2 seconds, you just do your job, and you know, the entire vibe changes. Like, it happens on set. I've experienced the male actors are more jelly and talky, and obviously they are brought up like that. They are open to talk, you know. And some female actors are like just sitting. Probably, you know, just get up once from that chair and just go and just blast your energy out there, and you see the entire set, like, you know, equally respecting everybody, no matter what gender you come from.
Yeah,
I have experienced that, and it has worked beautifully in my life.
Before we wrap up, we'll lighten up the atmosphere a bit and we'll play a game. And this is the competition between you two. So I have some English translation of Hindi songs, Hindi Bollywood songs, and you guys have to guess which song is that. Whoever guesses first will win. So the first one, it's pretty easy. Take my picture and paste it with glue gum on your heart.
Fevicol or Kareena Kapoor. Dabang 3.
Divya wins. Divya 1, Tanuj 0. The second one. Light a cigarette with my body. This body has enough fire. Divya 2, Tanuj 0. What's behind the blouse? Behind the blouse. Now this goes to Tanuj. 2-1.
Okay.
Sister, your brother-in-law is a fanatic. Oh
नहीं,
Lord.
तेरा देवर दीवाना.
It's 3-1. So clearly Divya is the winner. But the last one, let's see who guesses it right. Lemon, lemon, lemon. Small and raw. Get me a lemon.
अरे हम दिल दे चुके सर निम्बुड़ा निम्बुड़ा.
That's right. 3-2. So Divya is the winner, but it was a very good competition and we guys loved it. I'm sure people are going to love Abhay season 3 as well. All of us are eagerly waiting for it. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. All the very best.
Thank you, Chirag. Thank you so much as always.